Hi, everybody. I'm Gary Bender along with Billy Packer. And Billy, Indiana off to a good start. They feel maybe this is their best ball club since they last won the Big Ten title in '83.
I'd have to agree. This is an outstanding team, a very athletic club. The junior college additions to this club have been very helpful to Bobby Knight.
And Ohio State's been very surprising.
Well, they have, but today is a game for Gary Williams. He has to prove he can play Bobby Knight in a Big Ten game, so it's quite a challenge.
The Hoosiers and Buckeyes from St. John Arena. We'll be back to start this game in just a moment.
Alpha team, aggressor tank spotted.
In a battle drill, you need horsepower, firepower, people power. That's teamwork.
Moving tank, track front, shoot down.
This team uses a computer, thermal sight, laser rangefinder.
Yeah. All that you can.
We win, the whole tank wins. The whole team wins, not just one person.
Find your future in the Army.
The great American face. Rugged, distinctive, every one an original, deserving of the best. The Great American Razor. Classic, solid, perfectly balanced. It's the Atra system from Gillette. Original Atra pivots for closeness, and Atra Plus adds a white Luber-Smooth strip for extra protection. The Great American face deserves the Great American shave. The Atra shaving system, only from Gillette. The essence of shaving.
Surprising Ohio State, unbeaten at home thus far this year, 6-0. Let's take a look now at their opponents. The Hoosiers of Indiana, ranked 6th in the country. Darryl Thomas, 6'7" senior at one forward. And Rick Callaway, the Big Ten freshman of the year, the other. There's one of the junior college players Billy was talking about, Dean Garrett at the center spot at 6'10". Alford, their MVP the last 3 years. And Keith Smart, the other junior college player from Garden City. Hobson averaging 30 points a game, along with Jerry Francis, their power forward at 6'5". John Anderson, a surprise this year at center. Burson weighs only 142 pounds, but he can shoot the ball. And Curtis Wilson, he'll be the point guard for Gary Williams' team. Joe Sylvester will be putting the ball up at center circle as Bob Knight returns to his alma mater, where he played on that national championship team in 1960, and Ohio State with the tip. Curtis Wilson, the junior, he's really not an ideal point guard. They like having the second guard, but he's had to take that role. Off to Anderson, a 6'9" junior, who has been a pleasant surprise.
You can see Garrett's going to lay off Anderson. Anderson's going to have to take the shot or pick up the slack a little bit so he can create a passing lane there.
Hobson off to Anderson, and Anderson gives Ohio State the lead.
He did exactly that. He was out at the top of the key, moved into the foul line, had the good shot. Garrett's going to let him have that shot early.
Billy, this is one of the big stories, how they can handle Ohio State's pressure. First time they do very well.
And you'll notice that Alford very seldom helps with handling the pressure. He goes down to get in a shooting position.
Callaway, the 6'6" sophomore out of Cincinnati.
Defense really packed in. 2-3 zone that Gary Williams used a great deal at BC.
Hart, partially blocked by Hobson that time. Curtis Wilson on the move now for the Buckeyes. Baseline, and he had to get rid of the ball. He got hung up in the air. Burson retrieves it, and he'll bring it out.
Burson's an odd player in the fact that he's not a great pure shooter, although he's the leading scorer in the history of the state of Ohio as a high school player.
You look at him, looks like he came to the wrong game. Should be in the junior high game. But he can play, and there it's going to go off of Indiana. Ohio State will reset it. 2-0 in the early going as Gary Williams in his first year as coach of the Buckeyes after 4 years directing the fortunes of Boston College.
Indiana man-to-man out of bounds. Right by.
But that was blocked by Callaway.
Went right by Alford.
There's Alford. And he is able to tie it up.
Well, Steve Alford had a rough time last year against Ohio State. Played him twice, got 32 both times. So that's not surprising he'd hit that one early.
He comes in averaging 22 for the season thus far. Not shooting as well as he has in the past. Shooting 46% from the field.
But over 50% for the three-point line.
Isn't that amazing? There's going to be a foul on Dean Garrett. Reaching in on Jerry Francis.
You see Wilson going right by Alford. Now, Alford should have been attacking on the baseline side. You notice he went out defensively on the outside and allowed the open lane for Wilson. A great help out by Callaway. Not a good defensive play by Steve Alford.
One thing that Bob Knight has this year, though, is that shot blocker in the middle and Dean Garrett, and a guy that'll rebound for him.
And a new red sweater instead of those old sport coats.
Did you talk to him about his attire before this game?
Now, he started that with the Olympics. When he was coaching in the Olympics, he used to have those 3 Olympic sweaters they'd give him, and now I guess probably Adidas. So I think he's got that Adidas logo on there.
What is it, free? He takes something free?
I guarantee you.
Here is Francis making it 4-2 in favor of Ohio State, and that's going to be off of Ohio State.
Nice piece of refereeing right there. Wilson did get a piece of it, and there's where the 3 officials had an opportunity to cover the court. This game's going to move up and down the floor.
One thing about Gary Williams' team, he likes to have the good conditioning because they'll pick you up full court the entire game.
And he inherited a ball club that's not very deep, so that hurts him somewhat there.
That's a 3-point attempt by Alford. Out it comes to Wilson, to Burson, and Burson can't track it down. A turnover against the Buckeyes, so to go to Indiana.
If you're going to be a running team, you are going to throw the ball away some. There was a case where Wilson could have driven that ball to the top of the key and done a little better job than throwing it cross court.
So Alford will bring it up now for Indiana. You can hear that hairball chant in the background. The sellout crowd here at St. John Arena.
Well, that wasn't unusual. When Alford shoots from beyond 3-point range, he very seldom hits anything, but normally goes in the bat, not over it.
There's Thomas missing.
Oh, what a leap by Hobson.
Hobson at 6'5". He is the senior out of Toledo. He'll put it up. Rebound tipped out to Alford. Hobson has just been superb. He, along with David Robinson, leading the nation in scoring at this juncture. Here's Dean Garrett. It won't go for Garrett. And Francis, their power forward, comes out of there with it.
Well, we talk about all the guys with 40-inch vertical leaps playing in this game. Francis' vertical leap's about 4 inches. He's only 6'4.5", but does the job inside in the Big Ten.
And he's built like a linebacker. Burson moving in, and he is fouled.
Now, that's the type of shot that Gary Williams says Burson likes, a floating shot on the inside. He's not a pure shooter, but he's a big scorer.
Burson had a serious injury in May. He was in a pickup game here in St. John Arena. He was knocked